Hi there. So today I posted a question asking about about batteries and current, and I drew this diagram in this online circuit drawing program to kind of describe the question, and I got a lot of answers that were more or less like warning, oh, you're gonna blow up an LED if you try this, and some other interesting things, and I decided to just give it a shot because I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. So I have a multimeter here, and I have a 9-volt battery, which is analogous to this battery here on the circuit, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 C batteries that are 1.5 volts. So these are 1.5 volt C batteries, and I'm putting them together in series here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook them up to this LED and see if I can see if there's going to be differences between the brightness and so on. So before I start with all of that though, I just want to show if I'm measuring voltage on my voltmeter, and hopefully that's visible. Let's see, on the positive side here and negative on the 9-volt, about 9.3839 volts coming off of there. And the same here if I use the same idea and measure the voltage along this series here, I get about 9.45 volts. So this battery here, this 9-volt battery, which I learned today, is actually several smaller cells put together to create a battery of those cells, is equivalent in voltage to these batteries. And the question is, what is the real difference? And so I wanted to do a little experiment to kind of demonstrate to myself and hopefully to others that might be interested as what the difference is. So I'm going to take this wire and I'm just going to strip it here with these strippers. This is going to be just quick and dirty just because I don't have a lot of time and I don't really care to make a big deal out of this. I'm going to put that on the positive side on that breadboard, and I'm going to connect it to the positive side of this battery bank that I've created with some good old-fashioned Scotch tape. And then I'm going to do the same here with the positive or the negative with this black wire. Okay, so I have this experiment all set up. Here is a bank of 6 1.5 volt batteries, or 6 1.5 volt cells that are creating a total of approximately 9 volts, and putting that into this LED with no resistors in between. Then on the left here, just like here, I have the 9-volt battery connected to this LED with no resistors. And interestingly enough, I noticed that it could be because this LED is actually getting fried that it's so much dimmer. So what I'm going to try to do is take this LED out and swap them and see if I'm right. If I'm right, this one should still be dim over here, and then this one should not. We'll see. So I'm going to unplug this. Feels a little bit warm. This one does too. So again, this one is orange and that one's green, so I don't know really what that means. I'm going to just go ahead and say, from what I believe, that the one on the right is dimmer than the one on the left, and I don't understand why. So while I was putting that video together, I looked over and realized that this LED had burned out, and it was orange before, and I kind of further realized that since there was a larger chemical reactions happening here and producing more current as described in the comments on the video thus far, or the question thus far, it burned this LED out. And the smaller 9-volt system with these smaller cells in it producing less current actually is able to maintain without harming the LED in the short term. And to further demonstrate this, I brought out my power supply and I have it cranked up to max, so it's about 30 volts and 3 amps, and then I hooked it up to a brand new LED here, and I'm going to flip it on and show you what happens when you really burn an LED out. So you see there, turn it off, that is the classic magic smoke that happens when you do bad things with a electronic device. I let out the magic smoke. It has a real pungent aroma. If you ever smell that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And you can see here that that just completely fried the LED. Still a little warm. And it actually burned the wires on it so bad that it melted. So anyway, thanks a lot for your help and your time, and talk to you guys later.